armchair.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam, ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light beer. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate.
Please remain standing. We call your attention to our fans here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag. He missed the tag.
7:15 by DM McGee, 2024. At 7:14, while enduring the hate, he carried the ghosts and stepped to the plate, echoing down from the great Yankee lore, the Bambino's shadow larger from days of before. Henry brushed back the pressure that loomed, threats from fanatics, knowing records were doomed. Into the box, and here comes the pitch. 7:15, it flipped like a switch. Fans escorted 44 round the bases. Hammer and Hank lit up their faces with smiles that unite as he wiped away tears. He hugged Mama tight for so many years. The Hammer had climbed the ladder to the top. A sigh of relief. Briefly, time stopped. We recall and rewind the impossible dream, that night down in Georgia of 7:15. 7:15 by DM McGee, 2024. Hey Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom.
Armchair.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Welcome to October, boys and girls, here on Braves Country Radio. You're listening live as we march closer to crowning a champion for 2025. I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside and get ready for what should be a great day in Major League Baseball. We'll go over the lineups as the game goes on. Make sure to like and subscribe and become a member today. Jump in the chat. Tell us where you hail from, as roll call is on the way. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for pitch by pitch, play by play, the classic call of Major League Baseball.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
Good afternoon, everybody. God dog it, I'm wore out. Well, we're going to try to make it through this doubleheader. See who we got in the chat here today. Good to see you, HHO. Richard Talley, Justin Hightower, old Bubba's in the house. Gary the Real McCoy. Ready 70. Are you ready for game 3? Ready 70? Royal PETA. Who else do we have here? I'm assuming John's in here somewhere. EBK. Micah. Anybody else in? Jump into the chat. We're going to take a really quick break. When we come back, pitch by pitch, play by play, Tribe versus Tigers. Let's get it on, baby. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. Perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in time and space.
We offer you
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball. No more measles and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
You're in Braves country.
All right. Ready 70? How many times we got to shout out to you, man? I've already shouted out to you several times yesterday, several times the day before, and today we let it off with Ready 70. I don't know if you pronounce it something else, but that's what I'm calling it, Ready 70. I don't know what the RDY stands for, but we're calling it Ready 70. So I don't know what's going on there, man. Selective hearing, I guess. All right. Jack Flaherty tossing his final warm-up tosses, as is Slade Ciccone. The Guardians are wearing their white jerseys top to bottom. Guardians across the chest in red outlined in blue. Red ball caps, blue bill. Detroit's wearing their road grays. Detroit across the cap. The iconic D. I call it the Magnum PI look. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. Well, you'll see us put that card up here in a second. When we go into the 3 dimensions, because it becomes very, very difficult sometimes to keep the shaking to a minimum. So that's why you'll see the card come up right before the 3D. Real quick on the batting orders as we wait for first pitch just a couple of minutes away. In the Detroit top of the first inning, it'll be Gleyber Torres at second, Carpenter the designated hitter, Wenceel Perez in right field batting third, Torkelson batting cleanup at first, Riley Green batting fifth and in left, Dirk Diggler, Dylan Dingler behind the plate, Zach McKinstry's batting seventh and playing at third. They'll most likely shift him around at some point. Javi Baez is at short and batting eighth, and Parker Meadows has been dropped to the number 9 spot. He had been leading off. Maybe they just think the moment's a little too big for the youngster, trying to get him off the schneid, trying to get some offense kicking. So Gleyber Torres will be leading it off. For the Guardians, it'll be Stephen Kwan, Taekwondo in left field, and leading off, playing left. Valera in right, batting second. Jose Ramirez batting third, playing third. Manzardo's the designated hitter and batting cleanup. Day Lauder is the number 5 hitter for the Tribe and in center field. Arias, Manning shortstop, batting 6th. Bo Naylor behind the plate, I don't even know her, batting 7th.
And Kafis is at first, batting 8th. Rocchio pulling up the rear, batting 9th and at second base. Starting pitchers, Jack Flaherty and Slade Ciccone. More on them as the game get going. And Cleveland is minus 135 on the money line. The over-under is 7. Detroit a plus 118 on the money line right now out in the desert. 75 degrees at first pitch, and the wind blowing wind blowing out to left center field at about 6 miles an hour. Now, they have said that all series long, and all series long, all we have seen is the wind whipping. So we'll see if that actually plays. And this is the final game of the series. Gary, 9-month member, good to see that. You'll be getting an upgrade on your membership badge here very, very shortly. We're expecting a heck of a game. They always say, let the best man win. I'm sure most of y'all, no matter what side of the track you're on, Cleveland or Detroit, you're like, the heck with the best man. I want my team to win. Gleyber Torres is coming to the plate. He taps Bo Naylor on the shin guard, as is customary to start the game. Slade Ciccone, back of the mound, gets onto the bump. Home plate umpire David Rackley about to give the go-ahead. The infield is playing back into the left. As Gleyber Torres, who's 1 for 8 in this series with 2 strikeouts from the right-hand side of the plate, stands in. We'll put this card up here just to get the 3D ready. Once it kicks in, we'll bring it in. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Cleveland. The first pitch on the way is a cutter down and away. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Cutter on the outside edge, 1-1. So 1-1 count. We'll take care of that. Don't worry about that, John. Two-one pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, cutter off the edge. Bye-bye. Good to see you, Ready 70. Did you hear that shout out? The 2-2. Kicks and fires. Check swing, curveball, did not go around. Full count. I mean, honest engine in this series, I was just wanting to see a game 3, I really like this matchup, and I'll probably be pulling for the winner going forward. The payoff pitch is swung on and fouled straight back into the game. Third doubleheader in a row, so if I do apologize. Full count. Rocks and fires. Swing, lifts it into left field, drifting in. Making the running catch is Stephen Kwan. Taekwondo with the catch, 1 away. 106 miles an hour off the bat. But a good running grab to start the game for the Guardians. Infield now back into the right as Kerry Carpenter The designated hitter comes to the plate. First pitch on the way is a changeup down below the knees. It's 1-0. Kerry Carpenter. You're so vain, you probably think this at-bat is about you. Pitch on the way. Swing! Slaps it down the line. All right, I'll get all the corny stuff out of the way early. 1-1 count. Tigers nothing, Tribe nothing. Top of the first inning in an elimination game here in Cleveland, Ohio. 1-1. Brings it, swing, fouls it away, 95 miles an hour. It's 1-2. Found it interesting that all you got in this series, pre-series, was the constant conversation of how Jack Flaherty was going to be the big difference in a Game 3 deciding game. Is the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Did he get a hold of it? Appeals to the umpire. The umpire checks the ball, says he did get a piece of it, so he'll stay alive. So a 1-2 count. Still just one out. Watching alone at home, they had already had put up the out on the screen, but it's incorrect. 1-2. Change up in the dirt. 2-2. But all they talked about was how big of a deal was going to be at Flaherty. And so I was surprised that when we flipped on to the numbers this morning that Cleveland's the favorite. And if you look at the numbers, it's the 2-2. Another nasty curveball just off the edge, trying to get him to chase for a count. Cicconi's had pretty good numbers against Detroit, and Flaherty has struggled against Cleveland. Take that for what it's worth, because this is a playoff game, so it's much different. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. And Kerry Carpenter, who lobbied to keep his at-bat alive, it pays off. He'll head on down to first.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
First pitch on the way, 96 miles an hour. Smacks the black on the outer edge, top shelf. Start for Wenzel Perez. It's 0-1. Pencil Perez is 0 for 8 in the series, 2 strikeouts. 0-1. Swing. Sawed off foul. It's 0-2. You always got to figure that the early lead is always a big one, especially in an elimination game. You can get the other team tight, swinging at pitches they shouldn't be swinging at. So the Tigers are trying to put some pressure on Cleveland here in the top of the first. The 0-2, high and inside. Little brush back pitch. 97 miles an hour, 1-2. If that doesn't get your attention. 1-2 count. Runner at first, one out. The curveball way outside, high and wide, 2-2. I don't know if that foul tip shook Slade Ciccone at all, but he's been struggling with that curveball ever since that call. It looked really sharp the first few times he threw it. The 2-2 count. Swing, rifles it back, foul, 96. Right inside his kitchen. We'll do it again. 19 pitches already for Ciccone. Not as big a deal as it normally would be, and that's because it's going to be all hands on deck. Cleveland and Detroit will both dump out the pen, but they would like to get some length out of their starter. 2-2. Swing, just got a piece of it. Another one. Ciccone got to be thinking to himself he can't buy a break. The 2-2. Caught, looking strike 3. Punched him out on the outer edge. Good slider. Went away from the curveball that time. 2 down. What you'll see from Slade Ciccone today is left to right across the outfield. It's Quan, De Lauder, the Perfume Man, and Valera. Around the horn, it's Joe Ram, Arias, Rockio, and Kafis. Bo Naylor is behind the plate. The repertoire for Ciccone is a 4-seamer, a slider, a curve, a sinker, and a change, along with the show-me cutter and sweeper. He's a true kitchen sink guy. The first pitch is right there for a strike to start off the at-bat. Versus the torque wrench, Spencer Torkelson. It's a 1. 96 misses high. The 4-seamer, and it's a good one. He leans on it 44% of the time, so almost half the time is what you get. Slider and curve are pretty even at 16 and 18%, and then the sinker at 11 and the change at 8. As the 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, just misses outside, ball 2-2. That cutter and sweeper come in at a combined 4%, so they're really just to keep you off your game, get you a little unbalanced, what I like to call show-me pitches. The 2-1, swing and a miss. 4-seam fastball, he's bringing it. Ciccone already with 1 strikeout on the day. He comes in at 6'4", 225 pounds. The red hankies are a-waving. Righty, the pitch. 97, caught, looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry, kisses the black on the outer edge, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. The Tigers and Guardians tied up at 0. We go to the bottom of the first.
Apparently today is not Thursday. It is Wednesday, which means tomorrow is not Friday, and now I'm in a bad mood.
Hey Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Besides, nobody's getting hurt. That guy was already up there when I got here.
I always get excited when somebody likes one of my posts because I'm like, another weirdo.
Aren't you supposed to get as much as you can in our society? If you earn big dough for management, you earn tremendous dough for management. Isn't that what capitalism's all about? Aren't you supposed to get that? So why we blame the guy for being a capitalist?
It was the Emancipation Proclamation of baseball. When the reserve clause was overturned, it disallowed the owners from signing perpetual 1-year contracts to ball players, thereby keeping them in the organization for eternity. So basically, it allowed us to go from plantation to plantation based on the highest bid of the plantation owner. And the owners got very upset about that because it inflated salaries, and then ticket prices went up and television revenue went up, and they found out they were making more money, and they found out, wow, we had a $1.5 million franchise, now we have a $150 million franchise. So they made money, the players made money. The only people that got hurt were the American public, the fans, the integrity of baseball.
Welcome back. Jack Flaherty going to the bump for the Tigers. Left to right across the outfield for Detroit. Be Riley Green, Parker Meadows. And the right fielder, Wenzel Perez. Around the horn, McKinstry, Baez, Torres. Spencer Torkelson behind the plate. Dylan Dingler. And Jack Flaherty on the bump. The home plate umpire once again is David Rackley. At first, it's Vic Carapasa. First pitch on the way from Flaherty is a four-seam fastball down and in to start the first inning for the Tigers defense. It's 1-0. Stephen Kwan, 704 OPS on the year. Right there for a strike, 1-1. At second base, it's Stu Sherwater calling for the umpire crew as the slider hits the outer edge, 1-2. Carlos Torres is at third. Deep into left field, it's Livin Sparger and Adam Becken right. The 1-2, high and out of the zone, four-seam fastball, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Brings it, swing, lifts it, high into left field, coming over, making the running catch. Route number 1 is Riley Green. What you'll get on Jack Flaherty today in his repertoire is a four-seam fastball half the time, 47%. Averaging in the mid to low 90s. Curveball at 25% is the first pitch to Valera, the number 2 hitter. Righty-lefty matchup. He has a slider that he throws in at 25%, and then a change in a sinker. They're just to keep you off balance at a total of 5%. The slider, down and away. So typically you're seeing slider, curveball, four-seam. 1-1 count. Swing, chops it over to third. 5-3 put out. A little bit of a wide throw. Torkelson makes the catch but has to jump out of the way. 2 down. 2 down. Jose Ramirez comes to the plate. First pitch to Jose Ramirez is a bender down below the knees. It's 1-0. 1-0. Down and away. Slider misses. 2-0. 2-0 count. Sinker outside wide. 3-0. Once again on those Braves Country Radio hats, we've got 4 left, I believe, and they're $20 out the door with shipping. So you just send it to our Cash App. And let me know you sent it so I can look for the alert. Is the pitch on the way, curveball, bangs foul into the dugout. I normally get it a heads up anyways. There's an alert that pops up via text, but always want to make sure that we know what's going on. Payoff pitch. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So, Guardians go down 1-2-3. We'll be back in a flash. Detroit grabs the bats when we return.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
I'll tell you right now, Christmas need to slow down. I only got $8.
Today we are talking about one of the most distinguished gentlemen in the game. Here is the career of Christy Mathewson. He wasn't just good at baseball, he also turned pro in football, playing fullback for the Pittsburgh Stars of the First National Football League. During his playing career, he became famous for his pitching duels with Mordecai Three-Finger Brown, winning 13 of the 25 games they matched up. His control was on another level. In 338 innings in 1905, he walked just 64 batters. Twice, he had more wins in a season than walks. When he was on the mound, you best not blink or you would miss the game. Many of his complete game gems lasted just barely 90 minutes. His performance in the 1905 World Series might never be matched. In a span of 6 days, he pitched 3 complete games without allowing a run while giving up only 14 hits. In 1908, he had his best season. That year, he set career highs in wins, games, innings, and shutouts. He even led the league in saves that season. During a game in July, he would run from the showers to the mound to preserve a win for the Giants against the Cubs. He was a winning machine, leading the league in wins 4 times, winning 30 or more games 4 times, and winning at least 20 games in 12 consecutive seasons. 5 ERA titles, 2 Triple Crowns, 373 wins, and a 2.13 career ERA. He was one of the best pitchers of all time.
Billy Martin proved what a powerful strategic tool paranoia is. He believed that everyone was against him, and so he spent every waking moment figuring out how imaginary enemies could be defeated in their nefarious plots. And sometimes he not only created strategies to defend against things that would never be done against him, but realized that those attacks were in themselves novel, and he would then try those attacks that he had already dreamed up a defense for. That's why he was so wonderful at suicide bunts and double steals and any way that you could humiliate or psychologically defeat the other team. He was sure that's how the world reacted to him. He was sure the world hated him, and so he turned that really raw, frightening paranoia into wonderful strategic intelligence.
Welcome back. We go to the top of the second inning, 0-0 your score. Detroit leads us off Riley Green. First pitch, swung on and smoked into center field right there for the first out. F8 your scorecard. One away. That was where my video jumped. I don't know if it did it on well as well. So, Dylan Dingler comes to the plate. First pitch is a cutter right there on the outer edge for a strike. So 1. The 0-1 count. 93, smacks the top shelf on the inner cut. 0-2. Slade Ciccone, drafted by the Diamondbacks in 2020. 33 overall pick out of the University of Miami. It's from Oviedo, Florida. The 0-2. 96, high and out of the zone. 1-2. His numbers don't jump off the board at you this year. 7-7 with a 4.30 ERA and a 1.19 WHIP, but he's got electric stuff. Only his second season in the major leagues. The 4-seam fastball, swing and a miss. High heat, third strikeout of the day. 2 down. He threw just 2 innings in the regular season. Back in 2023, as the first pitch on the way is right there, curveball. Caught for a strike to Zach McKinstry. It's 0-1. The utility knife from the left side of the plate. Takes the changeup off the edge. 1-1. 132 innings this year for Ciccone. The 1-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to first. Backhanded by Kafis. He'll step on the pillow, and that'll end the inning. Tigers go down 1-2-3. Manzardo leads us off, and the Perfume Man when we return.
What the f*** is wrong with you? Get in your car, dude. Get in your car! I'm in my car. That's fair. Can you get in your car? Will you call the cop?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm beautiful and gorgeous, but I'm also insane. Insane. But don't forget beautiful and gorgeous.
Dear Diary, today I was physically assaulted by my shower curtain. I have never swung so hard at an inanimate object in my entire life. You keep your filthy fibers to yourself. Sincerely signed, someone who hates that.
I was born a dog. I identify as a dog, but according to my mom, I'm just a baby.
Oh, I miss you. Of course you do. It's me.
The Yankees lost the 1976 series to Cincinnati, but won the championship from Los Angeles the next year, powered by a quartet of sluggers. Chris Chambliss, Greg Nettles, Thurman Munson, and the flamboyant former Oakland star who cheerfully called himself a straw that stirs the drink.
You would walk past Reggie before a game, and there'd be a crowd of writers around him, and he would be talking in religious terms. His voice would be sound like a preacher. And then you'd come back 5 minutes later, and he would be talking to a different crowd, and he's saying, I get to have the same figures that Lee May has, but I get all this money because I put the asses in the seats. The same man 2 minutes later.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Welcome back. Jack Flaherty goes back to work. First pitch is a slider. Down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Kyle Manzardo, 768 OPS on the year. Righty lefty. Swing and a miss. 94 off the plate. 1-1. 1-1 count. Right there, drops a curveball at the knees. 1-2. Tigers nothing, Cleveland nothing. Bottom of the second inning. Two divisional foes trying to figure out who's the best here in the postseason. The four-seam fastball, swing and a miss, strike three. One away. One down, first pitch on the way. Swing, that ball is hammered into right field by the Perfume Man. Chase DeLauder. And it's a one-out single for the Tribe. Good hard hit ball, worm burner on the right-hand side. Good effort by Torkelson. Diving, but just could not get it. Against his glove hand side. One on, one out is the rookie. Gets a big round of applause from his family in the stands, as well as everybody else here at Progressive Field. First pitch was a strike, and that'll be followed up as a fastball P at the knees to Arias. It's 0-2. Righty-righty matchup. The shadows starting to cross over home plate. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Curveball in the dirt, but he did not get a piece of it. 2 down. Two down and one on. And that'll bring Bo Naylor to the plate. Righty-lefty. Pitch down and away. It's 1-0. Naylor batting 200 in the series. DeLauder has a pretty good lead over there at first, the 1-0. Slider in the dirt. 2-0. Count. Swing and a miss. 94 upstairs. 2-1. Standing on deck is Kafis, the number 9 hitter. Rocchio in the hole. 0-0 your score. The 2-1 pitch. Just below the knees. Ball 3-1. 3-1 count. Swing, fouls it back, we'll do it again. Only one team has punched their way to the second round. That was the Los Angeles Dodgers. They knocked out the Reds last night in a series sweep, 2-0. They will take on the Philadelphia Phillies this weekend. Full count. Runner goes, swing, slaps it away, chase ball 4 off the plate. We'll do it once again. This will be pitch 29, number 29 in the game for Flaherty. He's about where he wants to be if he can get out of the jam. Runner goes, payoff pitch, another one outside. Slider. Full count once again. That one was a little closer to the zone, so you can understand why he swung at that one. Payoff pitch, swing, pops it up. Can of corn down the first baseline, bending into foul territory. Torres has the catch, and that'll end the inning. Tigers' turn when we return. Top of the third, 0-0 here in Cleveland.
Let's go! Let's go, Tigers!
Playing with an attitude in 30 seconds. Step 1.
Nowadays, most baseball players are compensated very well, but this wasn't always true. Way back when, players would need another job just to be financially stable. So here are some of the more interesting jobs worked by baseball players. Rich Hebner had an 18-year career with over 200 home runs. In the offseason, he traded his bat for a shovel and dug graves for $35 a hole. Despite winning Game 2 of the 1966 World Series, Jim Palmer worked during the offseason where he sold suits and in his downtime signed a few autographs. Waite Hoyt was once part of the Yankees' most formidable lineup. In his spare time, he worked at a funeral home as a mortician. Rumor has it he once drove to the Polo Grounds with a cadaver in his car, made his start, and then drove it to its intended destination after the game. In 1920, Babe Ruth decided the baseball field wasn't the only place he wanted to be a star. That year, he starred on the big screen in the movie Headin' Home and made some extra cash while he was at it. Roy Campanella started his own farming business after he was rewarded 100 baby chickens for every home run he hit. He went home with 1,400 baby chickens. In 1957, Stan Musial and Willie Mays both worked after-season jobs. Musial sold Christmas trees and Mays sold cars. Not only was Denny McLain a 30-game winner, he was also an organist. He even made it all the way to the Ed Sullivan Show.
What you need to do is worry about your own sins. God ain't gonna be asking you about mine.
Will you pray the day before the playoffs?
Well, I'll pray every day. I try to talk to God every day, and I will pray during the national anthem, which is my period of meditation for praying. No, really, if you stick around the game, you listen to an old veteran like me, I'll show you how to talk on the air, boy. Yeah, talk, to TV. No, really, TV, cameras and going on like that. Huh? I'm telling you, man, I'll show you how to make a living with this stuff. I'll show you how to have the people eating right out of here.
2 outs and 2 on in the 7th inning here at Fenway. Deep to left. Yastrzemski will not get it. It's a home run.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Ciccone. It's a swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Down and away. Curveball misses one. I've got turkey. Block cheese, kind of like that government cheese. And some pepperoni, just kind of putting them together as the game goes along. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 1 and 2. You can never really eat anything good back here because, first of all, you don't want to get any of the equipment messed up, and B, there's just not a lot of room. So it's usually something handheld and nothing that y'all are going to go, man, you're lucky to be eating that today. The 1-2 pitch is rolled towards the third base dugout of the Cleveland Guardians. Do it again. About 40% of the teams in Major League Baseball call third base home. Really just depends on the way the stadium's designed and how they want to. They obviously get first dibs. The 1-2, outside wide, 2-2. Pulled pork and slaw from the Fisher can. That sounds good. That would be an absolute disaster. The 2-2. Swing! Rips it down the line, foul. My old radio professor would be beating me up anyways right now. He would not let food or drink in the studios when I was in college. But you're back here doing this many double headers. Whatever, man. The 2-2. Dribbles it down the line. I still don't like the broadcast. It'll always be a thing with me as the pitch on the way swung on and lifted into the outfield. Coming in, making the running catch is Valero. For out number 1. F9 in your scorecard for Javi Baez, and that'll bring the number 9 hitter, Parker Meadows, to the plate. Someone had a question. If the Braves traded Acuna and Harris, which one are you hoping for? I mean, neither one's getting traded, so it's kind of a moot point. As the first pitch on the way is a changeup in the dirt, it's 1-1. You don't trade Harris because you'd be trading him at his low. And you never trade a stock at the bottom. So he's not getting traded. And Acuna means too much for jersey sales, so he's not getting traded. 1-1 pitch, swung on, roasted into right field, threw for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single for Parker Meadow and the Tigers, so they put him down in the number 9 hole, and he quickly comes through. But from a standpoint of if it were to actually happen, you'd much rather trade Harris because you can get the defensive play from other guys around the league. It's hard to get the offensive output from Acuna. And not to mention, he's got a cannon for an arm. A lot of people don't realize Ron Acuna Jr. is one of the best right fielders in the game because it gets overshadowed by his offense. And he's got an absolute hose. 0-1 count, Ciccone versus Torres. There is a left-hander warming up in the pen. The 0-1 pitch, misses high. 1-1. We got kind of a feeling that this could be a bit of a bullpen game for Cleveland. Detroit's hoping to get Flaherty through a few more innings. This is the second time through the lineup. They're probably just going to try to play and see how far he can go before he gets in trouble. The next batter, next base runner could be his last. He'll flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. The 1-1 swing, slaps it through the hole, right side, and going first to third after the ball was juggled, dropped, and Valera finally corrals it. I don't think it'll be an error because the runner was already heading to third base. But you've got a single and a runner on the corners with one out. I just seriously doubt he's going to be able to get him. It would have taken an absolute perfect throw. And that will be it. Corsicone will be back in a flash. The bullpen has already begun here in game number 3. On this date, 1909, church bells rang when Fred Toney completes the longest no-hitter in organized professional baseball history. A 1-0 victory over the Lexington Colts of the Bluegrass League. As word spread around town about the right-hander's performance on the mound, fans continued to stream into the ballpark before the contest's lone run was scored on a squeeze play in the bottom of the 17th inning. On this date in 1934, in an 11-3 rout over the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park, Lou Gehrig ties a big league record with 4 extra base hits, including 2 doubles and 2 home runs. The New York Yankees first baseman accumulates 12 total bases and 7 RBI in just 5 innings when he benches himself due to having a severe cold and high fever. And on this date in 1967, Atlanta Braves outfielder Hank Aaron hits it inside the Parker off future Hall of Famer Jim Bunning in the team's 4-3 loss to the Phillies at Connie Mack Stadium. The 8th inning round tripper will be Hammer and Hank's only homer, which he doesn't clear the fence on his record-setting 755 home run career. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Got a bit of news for you Braves fans out there. Alexis Diaz as the first pitch on the way out of the pen from Heron, lefty-lefty matchup versus Kerry Carpenter. It's right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Last night, Alexis Diaz, Dane Dunning, Sandy Leone, and Luke Williams, along with Jared Kelnick, were optioned to AAA. 0-1, chops it down the first base line. That is going to get through for a base hit. It went under the glove of Kafis, and the Tigers have taken the early lead 1-0. The ball continues to roll. They finally get it down to home plate, but the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. Runners on second and third. Not sure what happened. I'm going to take another look at that one.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Now, those players that I just mentioned means that nobody claimed them off of waivers. This morning, Diaz, Dunning, and Kelnick all elected free agency. I still can't see the replay because the umpire was standing in front of it, but it looked like it kicked off the base. Went under the glove. Maybe it went off the glove and then kicked off the base. 1-0 count, lefty-righty matchup. Perez the batter. Swing and a miss, 95 miles an hour. One. Swing, pops it foul down the line. 1-2. Pulled the screen back so you can see a little bit more. The infield is in and shaded to the left. Huge hole on the right side as the second baseman is standing right behind the shoulder of the pitcher, Heron. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Middle of the infield. Who wants it? Coming over, making the catch, calling everybody off. It's Kafis. F3, 2 away. Big second out there for Cleveland. I think Jose Ramirez didn't hear Kafis calling for it. They almost banged into each other. That would have been a disaster. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the third. Infield now just back a little bit. First pitch is a curveball right there on the inner track. It's one drifts a curveball down below the knees. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Detroit leads it 1-0. Series tied 1 apiece. The pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Bo Naylor. Got in front of it like a traditional block instead of what you see most of these catchers nowadays just try to backhand them. Two 2-1 count. Spencer Torkelson batting 143 in the series. The infield back and to the left. Here's the pitch. Right there. Drops a curveball. Good pitch. 2-2. Kind of thought they might pitch around or even walk Torkelson with the left-hander Green on deck, but they're going right after him. Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count. Red Hankies waving here in Cleveland. The pitch. Swing! Pops it back foul. We'll do it again. The guy that most people want as their skipper, Skip Shoemaker, I don't think he's coming to Atlanta. It sounds more and more like he's going to be heading to Texas. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll get him out of the jam. Detroit gets a run. Cleveland grabs the bats when we return.
Let's go! Let's go!
I don't think people realize how much of a burden it is carrying around such a thick personality. Walking around with an absolute dump truck of a vibe is not easy.
All right, we are going to do northern versus southern words, okay?
Here we go.
Here we go, ready? Okay, the stuff you put in your car is oil. Oil.
No, it's oil. That's motor oil.
I ruined, R-U-I-N-E-D.
I ruined my britches.
I drink soda.
Pass me a Coke.
I pushed the shopping cart.
That's a boogie.
Wash. I wash my clothes. W-A-S-H.
I washed my clothes.
There's no R in it. No R in it.
I washed my britches.
Okay. The house is on fire.
House on fire.
Fire.
Fire. Kind of like a car tire fire.
What?
A car tire fire.
Oh, I'm wearing pants.
I'm wearing britches.
Pants.
Britches.
Pants. And our last one is, I wear underwear under my pants. No,
your drawers. Your drawers.
That's what goes in a dresser.
Nice. That's your drawers.
Drawers.
Your drawers.
Your drawers. D-R-A-W-E-R-S. It goes in a dresser.
No. Drawers is what you wear under your britches.
In 1978, Steinbrenner's Yankees came from 14 games behind and then beat the Red Sox in a dramatic and for Boston fans excruciating one-game playoff to win the division title. It was the greatest comeback in American League history.
And a happy Bucky Dent.
New York then took the World Series from the Dodgers, but Steinbrenner was not satisfied.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch is a curveball down and away from Flaherty to C.J. Kafis, 1-0. 1 for 4 in this series is Kafis, righty-lefty. Curveball misses down and away, 2-0. Two-0 count. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field. Just foul. Down the right field line into the stands. Call it 7-8 feet right of the foul line. I think so if you ask me who I want, but he's not coming, it's Mark DeRosa. He lives in Atlanta. He's an ex-Brave. As the 2-1 pitch swung on, and that ball's lifted towards left field, running over, making the stab. L6 in your scorecard. Javi Baez, good defensive play there, one away. But he is supposed to coach the USA team in the World Baseball Classic, and he is ate up with that. So I just don't think he's going to take a job. The guy that makes most sense to me, but the question is, what do you do with his contract? Travis d'Arnaud has 1 year left on a player contract as a catcher. As the first pitch is a slider down and away for a strike. He's set to make, I think it's $6 million. Do you bring him in on a trade as a player manager? Does he retire as a player to manage and take a big significant pay cut? I don't see that happening. Down and away, 1. But it does seem like that's his next step. He's going to manage somewhere. I just don't know how you get around it. If he's not willing to do that, it's the 1-1, down and away, 2. And I'm all for the idea of bringing him in as a player manager. But then you have to make a move as the 2-1 pitch swing. That ball's hammered down the right field line. If it's fair, it is not. That was going to be trouble. Just foul. 104 miles an hour off the bat. It seems like to me the most logical way, if I was running the team, I'm bringing in d'Arnaud. He's going to be my player manager. It'll be a really cool thing, too, because we haven't seen that in decades in Major League Baseball. And then the other thing would be, you're going to have to trade Sean Murphy as the 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Unless you literally just use d'Arnaud as a pinch hitter. And you could do that. You could run with 3 catchers on your team, and d'Arnaud primarily just a pinch hitter. But it'd be more advantageous if you trade Sean Murphy, let Drake do his thing, have Travis back him up from time to time, and when Travis is out there catching, you have somebody else, the bench coach, whoever it is, kind of lead the squad that day. The first pitch right there for a strike to Stephen Kwan. It's 0-1. Kwan's 0 for 1 on the day. And he's so popular in that clubhouse in Atlanta, it would be a good fit, and I'd love to see it. I just don't think it's going to happen because good things don't happen to me. I figure they're just gonna hire within. They'll give some schmo that's gonna repeat the same thing we saw this year as the 1-1. Chops it over towards third. It's gonna be a tough play. Charging the ball is McKinstry. He'll fire it to first, and that will end the inning. Good play, 5-3. We go to the top of the 4th. It's a 1-run game, an elimination game here in Cleveland.
I don't want to party like it's 1999. I want to buy a house and groceries like it's 1999, all right?
Meal prep this, meal prep that. Oh, I can't on Sunday because I have to meal prep all day. Here's my meal prep right here. I will obliterate a TV dinner daily until they lay me to rest. But oh my God, the chemicals in that. Do you even know what you're eating? Have you ever read the ingredient list? Save it. I don't give a ignorance is bliss, baby. Let me enjoy my school cafeteria slop in peace.
Talking about one of the best women to ever play the game, Doris Sam. Her career began at the age of 11 when she started playing softball with girls who were older than her. She went on to help her softball team win the state championship in 7 of the next 8 years. She is widely considered to be the only six-tool player in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. She could hit for average and power. She could field, run, throw, and pitch. Even when the league went from underhand pitching to sidearm, she never skipped a beat, and if anything, she got better. At one point, she converted from pitcher to outfielder. She still ended up being an all-star at both of those positions at one point in time. Speaking of all-star teams, she made 5 of them to go along with her 2 Player of the Year awards. She won a batting title, a home run title, and was consistently among the leaders in offensive and pitching categories. Not only did she throw a no-hitter in her career, she also threw a perfect game. In her All-American Girls Professional Baseball League career, she had 15 more RBIs and 18 more runs than games played. Simply put, she was the best.
What made baseball so special for me as a young child, and what I wanted to give to my children, was a sense of continuity, a sense that the players that you cared about would be back the next year, and they were part of your family, and you knew their strengths and you knew their weaknesses. You even knew how they stood at the plate. I mean, I used to know how Carlton Fisk was going to go through all these crazy maneuvers before he hit the ball, and I used to know the spot on the left field wall that he would always hit, or I knew the way Burleson would get a double.
One to nothing, your score. We go to the top of the 4th. Detroit grabs the sticks. Biggest thing I would keep in mind when you see all these betting lines on who's favored, the biggest thing I would keep in mind with this, the Atlanta Braves organization, by design, by Anthopoulos, Alex Anthopoulos, the general manager, he keeps a tight lid on everything. Trades, free agency. So the idea that he would let anything leak is downright absurd. His first pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. Down and away for a ball, it's 1-0. Joey Castillo coming on with the 3.21 ERA. The southpaw has 27% strikeout rate in 95 innings. 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Riley Green, the batter. Kicks and fires. 2-0. 2-0 count. Infield. Back into the right. He'll flip a slider up there. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line. Foul and out of play. We'll do it again. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on. And roasted into left field. That's down for a base hit. The relay into the infield kind of gets away, but a good play by Kafis from keeping it, getting towards the dugout, and it'll be a leadoff single for the Tigers. So a good friend of mine sent something to me this morning where he saw a rumor that the college baseball coach for the University of Tennessee was being rumored. And it's just like, you're going to see so much of that stuff because they want you to click on that kind of junk. And I would be absolutely shocked if anybody knows before it's released who the actual favorites are, because Anthopoulos keeps such a tight lid on things. The 1-0, swing and a miss. 1-1. And that's what you want out of it. I mean, I'm not complaining about that at all. What I am complaining about are the dopes that will spend so much time trying to get you to click on nonsense, kind of like these knuckleheads that come in the chat trying to get you to click on their video links so they can grab all your information. Change up, misses high and outside wide to him. Because your average fan doesn't have enough time to keep up with this, and they see something rumored, and because it might resemble an actual news outlet, it's easy for us to go, I didn't think about that one. But he's always kept everything under wraps. 2-1 count, misses high and out of the zone, ball 3, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Swing, fouls it away. See, there you go. There's another one of those spam balls. The only thing I hate about those is that sometimes we accidentally click on the wrong thing. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, four-seamer. Down and in. One away. Good pitch there by Cantillo, trying to keep the score right now, 1-1. Four-seam fastballs high and out of the zone. Lefty-lefty matchup with Zach McKinstry. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it. 92 out wide. 2-0. Two-0 count. He flips a changeup up there outside the zone, up top, and now it's 3-0. Standing on deck is Javi Baez, the right-hander. You do wonder if he loses McKinstry here, if they may go to the pen once again. The 3-0, P at the knees. No, he called that a ball. Wow. Wow. Ball 4. Unbelievable. That pitch was right there at the bottom of the zone. I don't like David Ross' idea. I've always felt like he was kind of a charlatan when he did the Dancing with the Stars. He rolled that into the Cubs' job, and he did a terrible job there. So I want nothing to do with David Ross. And he might have learned some things, and maybe he's better second time around, but I'm just not willing to play with our fate that way. I don't hate the idea of someone like Terry Pendleton. I don't know how serious that rumor is because I haven't seen it much, but once again, we don't know those rumors. Walt Weiss, I'm just not a fan of it because it's going to be much of the same of what you saw with Snicker, as the first pitch is a changeup right there. First strike, it's 0-1. And to me, it's like it's a safe hire where you're just trying to not rock the boat. I want someone who's going to put a charge in that clubhouse, who has an actual personality. It's the 0-1. Swing, fouls it down the line. And I would much rather, if you give me the choice, I would take David Ross over Walt Weiss, simply because at least he's got a personality and maybe he's got some fire in him. I would love Travis d'Arnaud, but once again, I just don't know if it's going to be doable because of the contract. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Chase the changeup down and away. Two down. We're going to reload this screen at the break, see if we can get the 3D back to where it was. So I can see we're a little bit ahead of it. One of the problems is my video keeps jumping, and I'm at the mercy of the 4-letter network. First pitch, lefty-lefty matchup. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Is Parker Meadows, the number 9 hitter. He singled his first time up. Shadows over the mound now. Slider down and in. Two and out. So a 2-0 count. Looking over his shoulder. Swing, pops it up. And this should get the Guardians out of the inning. Stephen Kwan fighting the wind a little bit, but he'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Tigers threaten. It's Cleveland's turn to grab the bats here in Rock and Roll City.
Let's go. Your remaining years on Earth. 75 years. That's, man. Dude, I'm going to be on Earth for 75 more years, dude. I got to live more dangerously. 75, dude. Dang. Dang. That's too long, honestly, dude. I hope Earth gets better.
What is going on here?
I do not want to work.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm tired of it. What happened to the girls who get to stay home and cook and clean, and that's their job?
That's also a type of work, lady. I don't understand. You don't want to do anything, or you don't want an office job?
And they get to just like relax during the day and just make sure everything's good when their husband comes home.
Oh, she doesn't want to work, but wants to be a housewife, but doesn't have a husband, but wants to be a housewife that only relax. This one is more confused than a plastic bag trying to carry fire.
I don't want to be doing this. Whoever did that, bleep to all of you.
Not everyone should be allowed to have free access to internet and mobile phone.
Willie Stargell really was a good man. All the hopes that we direct toward other ball players came true in his case. I remember the 1971 World Series where those same two teams that played 7 games. And Stargell was a great player that year. And the leader had led the league in runs batted in and did almost nothing in the World Series. He popped up, struck out, same in the playoffs. And he never complained. He never said anything. He walked back. He never threw his bat down. And I went up to him after the series and near the end, and I said, "How can you do this? You must be dying." And his little son, Wilver Stargell Jr., was playing in the locker. And Willie made a gesture toward him, and he said, "The time comes when a man really has to be a man." And that's the kind of man he was.
Swayman is a high fly ball into deep right center field. Back goes Single and away back to the wall. It's gone.
Welcome back. Trying to get the video pulled back up as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way. Down below the knees for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Time is called. The 0-1 pitch, down and in. 1-1 count. Pitch misses, ball 2-1. One pitch, 87 right there at the knees. The 2-2 swing. That ball's ripped into right field, down against the right field wall. That's going to be a leadoff double. Here comes the throw. Not in time in Cleveland. As the tying run in scoring position. Not sure what kind of technical issue we're getting here, but we'll figure it out. First pitch is a curveball, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Misses on the outer edge. 1-1 count. Righty-lefty matchup, down and in. 3-0. To 3-0. Slider misses on the outer edge, 3-1. It is zapped out for whatever reason, but we'll get it figured out. So a 3-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Just got a piece of it, it appears. Full count. Full count. Swing, rips it over to second, and that's going to get underneath the glove of Torres. Here comes the throw, coming around to score, and the game is tied 1-1. Good piece of hitting there. Hard hit ball by Jose Ramirez, and they're on the board. Oh, 0-1 pitch on the way to Manzardo as we continue to try to figure out the screen what's going on here. Pitch outside wide, it's 1-1. 1-1. Outside wide, runner goes, throw down to second base, they got him. Jose Ramirez got caught stealing down at second base. Not putting up much of a fight. We'll see if they take a look at it. Good throw down to second. Yeah, it looked like they got him. The 2-1 count. Pitch on the way, 95 right there on the outer edge. 3-1. Why do I owe you big time? 3-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away. Full count. Manzardo owes you big time. Okay. Someone's Delulu. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So runners on first and second. Once again, their 3D has spit the bed. We're trying to figure out what's going on with it. But we'll continue to bring the game to you no matter what. Changeup. Misses down and away. Swing and a miss by DeLauder. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Runner at first. Pitch on the way. Swing, chopper. Baltimore chopper over the mound. Standing at short is Baez, 6-3 put out, and that'll end the inning, but not before Cleveland ties it up. We'll head to the top of the 5th. 1-1 your score.
These kids nowadays really think they know what stress is. Back when we was growing up and you missed a TV show, you really missed it.
Hey, Braves Country, I'm Mac McGee. Join us for Pitch by Pitch, Play-by-Play, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. We're bringing you Atlanta Braves baseball all year long. Jump into our pregame show, Braves Country Today, just before first pitch. Stick around for the postgame show, Braves Country Tonight, where we will open up the phone lines and react to your calls or your comments all year long. That's Braves Country Radio, pitch by pitch, play by play, your home for the classic call of Braves Country baseball.
Have you thought about managing in the future?
I have thought about it. Me and Stephen Vogt actually talked about it while he was here, and how fun it'd be. Hopefully manage a winning team. I think that'd make it a lot more fun. But I've definitely thought about it, yeah.
Would family conditions change any of that?
Yes, that would definitely be a huge conversation for us, especially with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. I know the hours being a manager is more so than being a player, because as a manager you want to be here before your players and you want to stay later than your players to make a great impression on your players. So that definitely be a huge conversation that is a lot longer than a small little Braves question. It'd probably be a multiple week, multiple month type of question.
But I think in the end, the thing that appealed to me most was the fact that it rewarded merit, that there is a justice to the game, that if you score, it goes up on the board, and if I score more than you, you lose and I win. That and the idea that we do it together, community. If only life were that easy, that whenever we learned to cooperate with one another and did the right thing, we won. That's what baseball is.
And an 0-1 count. Lefty-righty matchup. Cantillo back out there to face Torres. 1-1 your score. The 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1. You're going to get a scoreboard up here for you regardless. Can't leave that other one up because it keeps doing goofy stuff. The 1-2 outside wide, 2-2. One to one your score. The 2-2 pitch. Curve ball down below the knees. Misses 3-2. Detroit 1, Cleveland 1, top of the 5th inning. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, changeup, strike 3, just off the edge. We're going to continue to try to bring the other one back to you, but we wanted to bring you something that is a little better than what you were looking at before. First pitch misses to Kerry Carpenter, lefty-lefty matchup. It's 1-0. 1-0, curveball misses. 2-0. So 2-0 count. Pitch misses, slider down and away. Ball 3-0. The 3-0 high and inside, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. And Detroit has the go-ahead runner on with 1 out.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
First pitch on the way to Wenzel Perez is swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Pitch high and out of the zone, 1-1. Assuming something went wrong in Cleveland with their monitors, it's the only thing that makes sense. So we'll just have to wait for them to get their act together. A 1-1 pitch. High and out of the zone. Changeup misses. 2-1. Elimination game here, so you got to start thinking as far as is the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, changeup off the edge, 2-2. How long is too long to go with any pitcher on either side if they're struggling at all? The 2-2, swing, chopper up the mound. Here comes the snag by Rocchio. He'll step on second, fire it to first, and that'll end the inning. So just like that, they get out of the jam. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Cleveland grabs the bats.
It's a sound nobody heard in a while.
Modern music is absolutely garbage. And I don't mean just hip hop, but I mean country, rock and roll, classical, rap. It all sounds the same. It's not even about the body of work no more. You can be famous off of one single. I seen a TikToker the other day that became famous off of a song, and she announced that she was going on tour off of one song. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna repeat the same song for 2 hours? 80s and the 70s and the 60s. You could tell the difference between Johnny Cash and Ray Charles. Everyone is trying to transition into something. The talent doesn't exist anymore.
The Peaky Blinders emerged as a notorious street gang in Birmingham, England during the 1880s. Comprised mainly of young criminals from lower to middle-class backgrounds, the group engaged in a wide range of criminal activities, including robbery, violence, racketeering, illegal bookmaking, and gambling control. During that era, the name could stem from the gang's criminal tactics, as they were known to approach victims from behind and pull down their hats over their faces to prevent them from identifying their assailant.
Hey, does anybody else hit the lock button on their key fob 6 times in a row like it's going to make their car lock harder or something? Or is it just me?
There was a period when ball players were heroes, maybe for 100 years. And then there was a period when there was a lot of knocking down of heroes, of diminishing them. I hope we're reaching a period where we don't look up to the ball player or down at the ball player, but try to look at him levelly and see his gifts and his determination and his craftsmanship as heroic. But at the personal level, don't demand more of him than we do of people in our own family, ourselves, or our friends.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch on the way is a slider from Flaherty. Righty-righty matchup. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky into center field. Making the easy catch is Parker Meadows. 5th inning starts with an F8 in your scorecard. Pitch number 64 on the way is a slider. Right there on the outer edge, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Down and away changeup. Bo Naylor 0 for 1 on the day with the .661 OPS. Brings it. Changeup misses down and away. It's 1-2. 5th inning here in a tie ball game. Elimination is the 1-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt, 2-2. Those of y'all listening to external radio or elsewhere, you can jump into our YouTube chat, Braves Country Radio. YouTube.com/@Braves Country. The 2-2 pitch. Swing! Lifts it down the left field line, giving chase. Making the running catches, Riley Green, 2 down. Two up, 2 down. First pitch to TJ Kafis is a bender well off the plate. It's 1-0. We're still monitoring, trying to get the 3D back for everybody who's wondering. Second misses outside wide. 2-0. 2-0 from Flaherty, pitched 71. 95, just misses outside, but got the wide strike. The 2-1 count. Slider down and in. 3-1. 3-1 from Flaherty. Swing, chops it foul down the first base line. We'll do it again. Rocchio stands on deck. Brian Rocchio, the number 9 hitter. The payoff pitch. Just misses outside wide, ball 4. He'll head on down to first. And that's going to be it for Flaherty. They'll head to the bullpen. We'll introduce the pitcher when he comes back. It's 1 on, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Cleveland threatening in a tie elimination game.
Would you rather get $100,000 every year, or every year you get 1 month where you can see every winning scratch-off ticket? You don't know what it wins, and you still have to buy it. It could be a ticket, it could be a jackpot, but you know that it's a winner. Which one you taking? The easy hundo, 1,000 a year, dude, or you a gambling man like me? I'm taking the ticket, dude. I don't know, but 100,000 for sure every year. That's like most people's salary. That's like more than most people's salary, dude. That's way more than my salary, dude. Or you can get kicked in the nuts by a field goal kicker. Those are your three options, dude.
The Pittsburgh Pirates, the 1960 World Champions, defeat the New York Yankees. The Pirates 10 and the Yankees 9.
There is one thing that all my friends know must never be discussed in my presence, and that's Bill Mazeroski's home run that won the 1960 World Series for a grossly overmatched Pittsburgh Pirates team against my beloved Yankees. And there's a wonderful resolution that many people don't realize. It's one of the great ironies of baseball history, but these things happen. That 2 years later, in the 7th game of the World Series in 1962, with the Yankees ahead by 1 run in the bottom of the last inning with 2 men on base, Ralph Terry was on the mound again, facing Willie McCovey. Willie McCovey hits a line drive that seemed sure to go for a hit, and Terry would have lost yet another World Series. Richardson jumps up, stabs the line drive, and they win that one. So there is resolution, there is rejuvenation, there is reward and victory after tragedy.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Finnegan. As we head back here to the bottom of the 5th inning, there's 2 outs, 1 on. Righty-lefty matchup. Ryan Rocchio, the batter. It's 0-1. The 0-1 down and in. Splitter misses. 1-1. Rocchio 1 for 7 in this series. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Stephen Kwan stands on deck. Game is tied 1-1. Bottom of the 5th. Pitch on the way. 4-seam fastball. Fouls it straight back. It's 1-2 count. It appears their sight has spit the bit is what happened. We looked into it. We're waiting for it to get fixed. It's got to be something internally. Is the 2-2 in the dirt? 2-2 count. Finnegan, the ex-closer from the Washington Nationals, fires the pitch upstairs, misses high, splitter. Full count, so the runner at first will be on the move, representing the go-ahead run. The payoff pitch, swing, chops a splitter down the first base line, plenty foul towards the dugout. Tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern Time in the Bronx, Yankees-Red Sox. We'll have Game 3 right here. The payoff pitch. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. The idea was that we were going to put the 3D up for y'all during the break of the Cubs-Padres, but if they don't get it fixed, there's not much point in it, but we'll see what happens. It could just be an internal thing at Cleveland Progressive Field. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it over to first, stepping on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So, 1-1 your score. We go to the 6th. 4 more innings for someone to punch their ticket to this weekend.
Boy math is when he complains that you take too long to get ready, but he spends an hour on the toilet pooing.
All right, Brian, we have to talk about the customer service complaint that came through last week with the client on their delayed shipment.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I told them I would brainstorm and circle back with them.
But no, they sent over your email to them, and it said Brian Storm, which I know you keep making that mistake pretty often.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, it's getting old. It's not professional to communicate that way with clients.
Kate keeps calling me brain in emails, so I feel like I just messed up.
It's not appropriate to blame Kate in this situation.
I can connect with Kate. I think I still have a lot to learn from her, but
I think you have a lot to learn about a lot. And we'll talk next week, okay?
We'll brainstorm some ideas of what we can think about for...
See, this is what I'm saying is inappropriate.
He levels at bat a couple of times. Shao kicks and he fires. Rose swings. There it is! There it is! Get out! Get out! All right! Hit number 4192. A line drive single into left center field. A clean base hit.
On September 11th, 1985, 44-year-old Pete Rose, now back with Cincinnati and managing as well as playing, got still another single and overcame Ty Cobb's lifetime record of 4,191 hits.
For Pete Rose, this certainly his crowning achievement. Just breathe it in. Boy, this is his game, it's his town, and it is his moment. This is one of the all-time great moments.
For a public tired of reading about the business of baseball, Pete Rose's triumph came not a moment too soon.
One to one your score. We go to the top of the sixth. Detroit will lead off with Torkelson as the first pitch swinging, lifts it to right field, drifting in, making the running catch is Valera for a quick out number one. Torkelson, Green, and Dingler do up the 4, 5, 6 batters, number 4. One pitch, one out. Lefty-lefty matchup, Green versus Cantillo. The first pitch is a four-seam fastball. Misses out of the zone, it's 1-0. Eric Sabrowski is warming up for the Tribe. Curveball, misses down and away. 2-0. Maybe Reddy 70 can answer me this. Why was Parker Metzik left off the playoff roster? Is it 2-0? Inside? 2-1. Is it just because he's a rookie or innings limit? Because he was the best pitcher they had down the stretch. The 2-1 swing, pops it up. High, right center field, coming over, colliding. Did they hold on to the ball? Lauder did hold on to it. Jace Lauder and Valera collide into each other. They both stay on their feet, and somehow DeLauder held on to the ball. That is, if you're wondering if that's the rookie's fault, it's not. Because it's now is he calling it loud enough? That I don't know, but that's the, he's calling for it. Whether or not he heard it or not is a different story. But that's the rookie's ball all the way. The center field's always the captain of the outfield, just like the shortstop is the captain of the infield. 1-0 pitch starts off to Dingler, lefty-righty matchup. 79 at the knees. 1-1 count. Swing, lifts it high and deep into left field. Going back on the track. She's gone. A solo shot, and the Tigers have taken a one-run lead. Dylan Dingler, Dirk Diggler goes yard. 104 miles an hour off the bat. 401 feet later. And it goes over the left field wall, and the Tigers have taken a 1-run lead.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
That's going to be it. They're going to put Zabrowski into the game. We'll be back in a flash. 2-1 your score. Zabrowski's going to try to keep it right there when the Tribe returns.
So I went to the trampoline park with my nephews, and someone's little cooter goblin there got me sick, okay? Little kids just be ha-poo, ha-poo, ha-poo. And everywhere they got sticky booger-infested hands. I don't know how I didn't think that I was not going to get sick, but here we are.
Let's do this. Making your bed in the morning is pointless. I'd rather listen to people speak than listen to music. Concerts are a waste of money when you can just throw a party and play the song. Vanilla ice cream is the only ice cream you should eat in Colorado is better than New York. Vacationing from one big city to another just to see the sights is pointless, and you need to go soak up some nature for once. All food is breakfast food, and breakfast food is just food. Dating apps are not dating apps, they're cheating apps. Having a wedding outside of your hometown and making people travel is selfish. Brunch is a scam. Kids know their parents more than parents know their kids. If tomatoes are a fruit, then ketchup is jelly.
I fortunately have the objective perspective of a Yankee fan, and therefore I have come to understand Boston pain in a way, but it's different. There are kinds of pain. There's Chicago Cubs pain, which is never getting there at all. Boston Red Sox pain is very special. Boston Red Sox pain means getting to the very last inch again and again and again, and then missing it by that little hair. It's 1946 when Slaughter scores from first on a single. It's 1948 when there should have been a Subway Series here in Boston, but they lost a one-game playoff to Cleveland. It's the year of the impossible dream, 1967, when they get into the seventh game of the World Series and nobody could beat Bob Gibson, not Lon Borg, on 2 days' rest. It's 1975 when, after winning the greatest game in the history of baseball on Carlton Fisk's home run in the 12th, they blow it in the seventh game of the World Series. It's 1978 when Bucky Dent, of all people, hits a home run and wins the game for my guys in a single-game playoff. And it's 1986, quintessentially, of course, when the ball goes through Mr. Buckner's legs, though one shouldn't blame him because that was the end of a lot of disasters. It just goes on and on and on, the last inch, and never comes.
Welcome back. God, that guy never stops obliviating. First pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 fouls it straight back. 0-2. 0-2 count. 2-1 your score. Pitch down and away. Curveball just misses his zone. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing, chops it over the mound. Arias grabs it, backhands it, fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. Nifty play by Arias. We'll be back in a flash. 2-1, Detroit. The Tribe will grab the sticks when we return.
This one he tells you he's 5 minutes away when actually he hasn't even left the house yet.
Okay, that time you mixed up boy math with urban math.
Dad, you have been wrong about everything.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
the girl I'm dating now, she admits when she's wrong, she tells me she's sorry, and she said she'll change for me.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Have you guys done anything? You seen her without clothes on?
No. Why?
Yeah. You're dating a man. Women don't do those things.
I'm on my way to my sister's house. Why? Because she's hosting, calls it a potluck, which I thought meant marijuana and gambling, but it doesn't. It means she's cheap and we have to bring all the damn food. My other sister is going to show up with these things that I hate, her children. And there'll be other relatives that I'm not eager to see. My Uncle Ray will be there. Ray has always been the world to me. Round, gaseous, and polluted. My cousin Sheila will be there. Sheila likes to brag that she never got the COVID vaccine, she never got the booster, and she never got COVID, which is ironic because her nickname in high school was Super Spreader. Not looking forward to this.
In 1986, the Red Sox were in the World Series again, facing the New York Mets. It was the first time a team from Boston had played a team from New York in the series since 1912, when Fred Snodgrass's fielding error had given the championship to the Red Sox. The Red Sox took the first 2 games in New York, lost the next 2 in Boston, then won the 5th. They needed just one more win to clinch their first World Championship since 1918.
Please like and subscribe today. It's free and it helps us bring you more. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Why is Ian telling us about NBA preseason? I'm just kidding with you, buddy, but we just all got a little dumber learning about NBA preseason. 2-1 your score. Cleveland trailing Detroit. We're in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. Misses the zones. 1-0. Finnegan back out there for another inning of work. This will be his 10th pitch of the game. 97 right there on the outer edge. 1-1. I get the idea. I saw your comment, John. I get the idea why they may be concerned that he got hit hard by the Tigers, but man, he's been the best pitcher. I mean, guy has one bad outing. I just wonder if it's more to do with some kind of an innings limit. It's him being a rookie. Guess we'll find out next round if Cleveland makes it. The 2-1 count. Swing, fouls it straight back. 2-2. Righty-lefty matchup, infield back into the right. The 2-2 swing, lifts it towards left field. That ball is going to fall into the glove of Baez as he drifts back to make the catch. 1 away. Patriots are playing Sunday night football this week. They're playing the Bills. Monday night is Jaguars versus hell, I can't remember who they're playing. I saw it today, though. First pitch was right there for a strike. It's 0-1. In the dirt. 1-1 count. That's who it is, Chiefs. I knew it was somebody that's supposed to be good but isn't right now. 1-1, down below the knees, 2-1. I seriously doubt I'll get to you know what's about that game because we're going to be in the middle of the postseason here. MLB postseason greater than any ground ball or over ball. The 2-1, swung on, fouled away, 2-2. Let's be honest, NBA doesn't begin till what? Late April? With all the participation trophies they give out and let everybody in the playoffs. 2-2 count. Valera trying to work his way aboard. The pitch just below the knee, splitter. He's been pinching the bottom of that zone pretty much all day. The payoff pitch, swing, chops it down the first base side, foul into the dugout. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch swung on, slice foul and out of play. Just joining us, a 1-run shot, a solo home run by Dirk Dingler. His 14th of the season. He had 13 in the regular season. You got a full count here. May have just been home run number 14, but it was a big one. Pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over to the right side of the infield. Torres has it. 4-3 put out. 2 down. Jose Ramirez, the batter, he'll take the first pitch. It's a splitter just off the edge. It's 1-0. Brings it down below the knees, 87-mile-an-hour splitter. 2-0. 2-0 count. Rocks and fires. Drops a splitter right there. Good pitch. Man, that was one of the best splitters he's thrown all series. The 2-1 count. Swing, chops it foul. 2-2. Jose Ramirez representing the tying run. The 2-2 pitch. Just misses outside splitter. Full count. Cleveland fans at their feet. The pitch, swing, lifts it. High and deep into left field, drifting back just before the warning track. Making the catch is Riley Green. That'll end the inning. We head to the 7th inning. Top of the 7th. Javi Baez, Parker Meadows. They lead us off when we return.
My money don't jiggle. However, my thighs and my belly do. So there's that.
You decided to walk to the park with the kids, something you've never done before.
I like to see where we are as a group. And I'll be honest, we had a good start, organized. Even that surprised me.
And when did you first learn their legs were tired?
You know, I'm not a good judge of distance, but I can say we still could see the house.
Parent-teacher conference go well this week?
Yeah.
Is your kid eating the glue?
Just likes to use it as chapstick, which I think is better, but...
What's the overall feeling when crossing a fairly major intersection with 2 young children?
Fear.
And can you elaborate on that?
Look, I'll say this. Gentle parenting is off the table in that situation.
You really went after that Gatorade when you got home.
I packed 3 water bottles not knowing that my water bottle was to be a refill for theirs.
Did we see a bit of a limp out of the car?
Yeah, my legs fell asleep. 2 sessions I sat through in a tiny chair at a tiny desk with regular chairs in the rooms.
You ever had your heart broken so hard that you just enter your grandma era? I mean, like, I've always been in mine. This shirt makes me feel like I could do a puzzle or something.
If you find yourself having a bad day today, just remember this. There is somebody from your hometown still trying to be a rapper.
In Game 6 at Shea Stadium, the 2 teams fought through the 9th, with the score tied 3-3.
NBC had the World Series in 1986. It was my job to be in the Red Sox clubhouse after the 6th game. I went down at the end of the 8th inning. The score was tied, but I knew I had to be there quickly in case the game should suddenly end. So I watched the last couple of innings from the corner of the Red Sox dugout.
Aguilera brings it in to Henderson. Swinging a long one into left field. That ball might leave the park. It's a home run, and Boston leads here in the 10th inning.
Welcome back. Two to 1 your score. First pitch on the way to Javi Baez is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Swing! That ball's hammered high and deep. Going back on the track. Off the wall. Baez comes in with the head first slide. He is safe!
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Smoked that ball off the wall. Zabrowski's lucky to get that one back top of the wall. A rocket. And it's 2-1 Detroit, and they've got an insurance run standing just 180 feet away. Man, did he hammer that pitch. I thought that was leaving the yard. So Parker Meadows, the batter. Runner at second. First pitch on the way is a bunt. Good bunt. Tosses it over to first base. The pitcher, he's going to be a touch behind that, as the throw by Zabrowski didn't seem like he had a sense of urgency. That was a weird one. The ball came back to him pretty quickly. He just kind of nonchalantly flipped it over there. And Parker Meadows, who can fly, beat it. Tie goes to the runner. He actually beat it by about a quarter step. He just had kind of a nonchalant, I'm going to get him. I want to make sure this is a good throw kind of throw. I mean, that was a weird one. He's gone. He's put two on, nobody out, and the bullpen will try to clean it up for Zabrowski. And he's going to get an earful when he gets in the dugout. We'll be back in a flash.
I'm mad. I have to go to work. I have to earn a living. I'd rather have a private income and get laid well and often.
Where do men find the audacity? I was in Walmart, okay, and I was shopping, and this man comes up to me and he said, "Your dress, it's giving butter churning vibes." But okay, just because you add vibes at the end of something don't mean it's any less insulting.
Audited? Why? What are you talking about? I'm not scamming the government, if that's what you're saying.
Your license plate says scamming.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Yes.
When your girlfriend asks who you're talking to on the phone, tell her a hooker. Be a man.
What's that?
Eye cream.
From where?
From Paris.
How did you pay for it?
One of my credit cards is still working.
Oh, you're charging things to your credit card. I see. And how are you going to pay for it?
I don't think you understand. I already have it.
I watched Dave Henderson hit his home run, and the Red Sox tack on another run in the top of the 10th.
And look at this bench.
And with the score 5-3, I went back into their clubhouse. They had put the cellophane over each of the lockers in anticipation of the champagne spray. They had built the little podium from which to do the post-game interviews. The cameras and the cable and the microphones were all in place. The World Championship trophy was on a stand covered by a piece of cloth. Frail Mrs. Yawkey had been led in there, and she was standing next to the trophy, along with Commissioner Uberoth. And they were watching with me on a little monitor as the Mets came up to bat in the bottom of the 10th.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Hunter Gaddis is a swing and a miss, slider strike. It's 0-1. Infield is in and to the left. Huge hole on the right side. The 0-1 pitch. Swing on, fouls it straight back. Gleyber Torres now down 0-2. Big spot here in the game for Cleveland. as they're trying to stay in this one. It's 2-1 Detroit. We're in the top of the 7th. There's nobody out and runners on the corners. Good speed on the bases. The 0-2 pitch. Slider down and away, 1-2. No, Reddy, that was actually the 86 series he was talking about. Game 6 of the 86 series before the ball went through Buckner's leg. The 1-2 count in the dirt, 2-2. I think every fan's been there at some point, right on the brink of celebration. And it's like, oh man. '91 comes to mind as a Braves fan. The 2-2. Looks in. Pitch. Swing, chops it back to the mound. Gaddis looks back the runner, flips it to first. And because he turned back and looked back the runner, you get the runner at first heading down to second, and that's not nothing. Now the Tigers have 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 away, and they're going to have the infield in once again. His first move realistically should have been to second base. But he did have to worry about the runner busting it home, so kind of caught between a rock and a hard place there. They're going to go ahead and walk Kerry Carpenter, load the bases. So now the infield can be back a little bit. They're playing more of a halfway. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss at the changeup. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, rips it into right field. That's down for a base hit. 2 runs will score, and the Tigers have broken this open. It's 4-1. Ball was smoked into the left field, into the right field corner, excuse me. Good cutoff by Valera, but too little too late as Perez makes it 4-1. You got runners on the corners, still only 1 out. Quick mound visit out there. Carl Willis, the pitching coach, heads back to the dugout. Runners on the corners, 1 out. First pitch swinging by Torkelson, giving chase back behind home plate. Foul and out of play. It's 0-1. Swing, rips that into left field. That's down for a base hit. And Gaddis is coughing up runs all over the place. It's 5-1. Runner goes from first to third. They got runners on the corners once again, and it's a 4-run lead for the Tigers.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Five to 1 your score. Runners on the corners once again. Infield in. Swing! That ball's hammered into right field. That's through for a base hit. And another run will score. It's 6-1.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Six to 1 Detroit. And we'll get another pitching change. We'll be back in a flash. The walls are crumbling down here in Cleveland. We'll be back. See if they can stop the bleeding and get back in this thing. On this date, 1903, Ed Delahanty, who once hit 4 home runs in one game, goes over a Niagara Falls Railroad bridge and drowns. The circumstance of the Senator outfielder's death will remain a mystery, but rumors persist. He was kicked off a train by a conductor for being drunk and unruly. On this date in 1962, Johnny Padres ties a major league record, striking out 8 consecutive batters in Los Angeles' 5-1 victory over Philadelphia. The 29-year-old southpaw streak began with the 3rd out in the top of the 4th frame and ends after the 1st out in the 7th inning at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. And on this date, 1986, the Toronto Blue Jays score 3 runs in the 8th inning to beat the Boston Red Sox and Roger Clemens 4-2. The loss prevents the Rocket from getting a record-tying 15th consecutive winning decision. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Six to 1 your score. Runners on first and second, still just 1 out. As all the damage has been done here in the top of the 7th inning. 4 runs come across. Two charged to Zabrowski, 2 charged to Gaddis, who came on to try to clean up his mess. First pitch from Festa is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Sweeper down and away. 2-0. A 2-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Sweeper. 2-2. 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Festa misses outside wide, full count. Full count. Inside, hits him in the wrist, and that'll load the bases. Festa comes out of the pen spitting the bit. Bases are loaded. One out. They want to challenge this. Looking at the replay, see what they saw. Yeah. It looks like it probably hit the bottom of his arm. I'm not really sure what he's challenging there. It may just be a desperate attempt to try to keep the game close. So Cleveland's challenging the play. I think he's trying to say it hit the bat, and you're getting a better look here. Oh, it did hit the bat. It hit the barrel of the bat. And has been overturned. The first replay they were showing was a terrible view, but the second one, which was dead on with the bottom of the bat, definitely showed that it hit the barrel. Well, not the barrel, excuse me, the handle. Bottom of the handle, I should say. And Dingler heads back to the plate with a wry smile, basically saying, "Yeah, I tried." Can't kill the guy for trying. So a full count. Pitch on the way, outside wide ball 4, so that was much for naught. He'll head on down to first. Bases loaded, one out. Cleveland bullpen cannot get out of this inning. First pitch on the way, 93, right down the pipe. It's 0-1. Supposed to be the strong suit of this team was their bullpen, but it has failed them here in game number 3. 0-1, outside wide 1-1. It's not over yet. You still got 3 more bats, but you're Festa. You can't let this league get much bigger. It's already desperation situation right here. 1-1 count. Right there, sweeper. Outer edge. 2. We checked in the 3D and spit the bit across the board. They don't have it running for the Cubs game either, because we thought maybe it was just in Cleveland. So it's got to be an internal thing in MLB. Cutter right there. Called for a strike. Outer edge. 2 down. Big strikeout there. Hopefully they'll have that fixed by tonight's game. If not, we'll still bring you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of Yankees-Red Sox. But I know most of y'all will love to watch the 3D as it goes along. The first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss at the sweeper. It's 0-1. Disappointing, but not surprising. They tend to have a lot of issues with technology. The 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. They outsource the players from other countries. Maybe they need to outsource the people that run the show as well, because they are always having issues. Just because you're the oldest game doesn't mean you have to have the oldest heads involved. Sweeper on the way is chopped down the third base line. It's 0-2. So Festa, one strike away from getting out of this jam. They've already coughed up 4 runs. Festa trying to put out the fire. The 0-2, swing, pops it up, high in the sky, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 7th, get up and stretch. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay, y'all. We were trying one more thing that happened in the past to fix it, but it is definitely the Major League Baseball site. Usually it gets fixed by tonight's game, so hopefully that's the case. 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch swinging. That ball's going to get ripped up the middle, and Arias finally gets himself a base hit. Man, has he had a quiet series. And Cleveland trying to work their way back in here. No, John, there was only one way to be able to view it. And long story short, I had to leave the studio and try one more as the first pitch swinging, sinker, bangs it over to short. Man, that's going to be close, but he'll just get it. 6-3 put out. A little surprised Baez didn't step on second base, but that was very close as Naylor's busting it down the line. We'll be back in a flash. Detroit leads it 6-1 going to the top of the 8th. And you know what that means.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
And losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? Yeah? Yeah, I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
When buying a beer, don't make this mistake. Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Okay. Let's get it!
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is not...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Pregame. Salute.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to. Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, we gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
Welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th. First pitch as we begin the 8th inning here. It'll be Junis, the 7th pitcher for the Guardians. First pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing! That ball's belted high and deep, but not deep enough. The wind's going to knock it down a little bit. Fighting the sun is Valera. 1 away. Tonight, we got the Red Sox and Yankees. Now it'll be a blast tonight. Looking forward to that. Thank you, Brian. Hopefully we'll have the 3D fixed by then. If not, I mean, we're really at the mercy of MLB's IT department. But any way you look at it, we'll bring you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. As the 1-0 misses outside wide. Pitch on the way from Junis is chopped foul by Torres, Gleyber Torres. 1 for 4 on the afternoon. He was 1 for 8 coming into the series, so now 2 for 12. 1-1. Nope, they're going to call it a wide strike. 1-2. Home plate umpire David Rackley says, you got a 5-run lead, son, in the 8th. You better get to swinging that bat. But 1-2, down and away, 2-2. So we're waiting for the final rounds to be finalized. As the pitch on the way is swung on, chopped over to third. It's going to be a 5-3 putout. 2 down. We have to go to a funeral on Saturday. I don't know if we're going to get back in time for Saturday night's action. That's up in the air. But we should be back by Sunday, and I don't know which game we're going to call, but they're both American League games, and it's going to come down to the time of the start. As the first pitch on the way is a changeup outside wide. It's 1-0. Most likely we're going to call the Sunday night game as the 1-0, high and out of the zone 2-0. And we're going to do a lot more double headers early next week. We haven't seen the schedule. It's got a bunch of TBDs on there because everybody's gone to the game 3. 2-0 swung on, dragged over to second. It's going to be a 4-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. So, 3 up, 3 down. Cephas, Rocchio, Quan, they'll come to the plate and see if they can put a little magic here in Cleveland when we return.
Give me a phrase that somebody born after the year 2000 wouldn't understand.
Is it in the white pages or yellow pages?
You gotta put it on channel 3.
Please don't text me. It costs me a dime every time.
Really took me off her top 8. Like, after everything we've been through, she's just gonna remove me from her top 8. Like we weren't ever friends. Like,
get off the internet. I need to call your grandmother.
Smoking or non-smoking?
What time is the movie? I don't know. Let's call and ask.
Oh no! If it's not working, you've just got to blow on it, right? Yeah, no. Pull it out, turn it upside down, and then just jam it back in there. That'll work. The Cowboys are headed to the Super Bowl. Can't really think of a phrase, but I can think of a noise.
Armchair.
Boston reliever Calvin Schiraldi needed just 3 outs to win the game. Veteran first baseman Bill Buckner, hobbled by leg injuries all year, was often replaced in late innings with a younger player. This time, manager John McNamara kept him in the game.
And the Mets are down to their last out.
I remember I was standing there thinking to myself, this is going to be the first ever interview in the wake of a Red Sox championship. There was no radio in 1918. There was no television, obviously. This is the first recorded moment after the Red Sox have won a world championship. So I'm thinking, how should that be summed up? What do you say to Mrs. Yawkey? What do you say to McNamara? What do you say to Boggs and Rice and Seaver and whomever else?
And Roger Clemens hoping for that last out. Lined into left field, base hit for Carter, and the Mets are still alive.
Welcome back. Tommy Conley's coming on to try to keep the game right where it's at for Detroit. Cleveland digs in, get the bottom of the 8th going here. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. The strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing over the changeup. Quickly over 0-2. Conley throws 86% of the time he throws that changeup. Tries to keep you off balance with the four-seamer at about 14% of the time. He does have a slider, but he rarely throws it. The 0-2. Change up in the dirt, and do it again. sounds crazy, but normally you sit on the heat and adjust to it, but you almost have to sit on the changeup with this guy. The 1-2, swing, rips it up the middle. Good play by Baez, fires it over to first, 6-3, one away. First pitch swinging by Rocchio, the number 9 hitter, righty-lefty matchup. Down below the knees, swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Rocchio 0 for 2 on the day, 1 for 8. Coming into today, 1 for 10 in the series. The 0-1. Down below the knees. 1. We knew this series coming into games on Tuesday that it was going to be all about Detroit's starting pitching versus Cleveland's bullpen and whether Cleveland could score enough runs to win the series. So far, the offense they had a little bit of an outburst yesterday, but all in all has been pretty quiet. Still 5 outs to play with to try to climb back into this one. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to the first base side. That's going to get through the infield. A worm burner and a 1-out single for Rocchio. And the try. So not over yet. You think here a bloop and a blast, you could really cut into this lead. And Detroit has had some problems closing games out when they stumbled down the stretch during the back half. The first pitch to Stephen Kwan is off the plate wide. It's Philadelphia and the Dodgers, they start Saturday night. Winner of the Chicago-San Diego game today, they will head to Milwaukee as the 1-0 swing. That ball's ripped into right field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Up against the wall, grabbing the ball, firing in the infield as Perez loses his balance. A bad throw. Yeah, what was that? Keystone Cops in the outfield. They've got runners on second, third, and 1 away. If it was a closer game, you'd probably send the runner. But they were playing very conservative, not wanting to run themselves out of an inning. And you can understand that. You're down by 5. You got the ball off the wall, and Perez just kind of tripped over his own feet and was able to throw the ball into the towards the infield. It bounced a couple of times before it hit the cutoff man. That's it for Conley. And we'll be back in a flash. See where this takes us. It's 6-1. But a single will cut it to just a 3-run lead. This date in 1881, with his team already ahead in the 8th inning, 5-0. White Stockings, later known as the Cubs, outfielder Abner Dalrymple becomes the first player walked intentionally with the bases loaded. Buffalo Bison's right-hander Jack Lynch gives up the run-producing free pass in an eventual 11-2 victory for Chicago. On this date in 1907, Washington Center's 19-year-old rookie right-hander Walter Big Train Johnson makes his major league debut, losing to the Detroit Tigers 3-2. Ty Cobb gets the first hit off the future Hall of Famer with the bunt single, who will finish with 417 wins, 279 losses, a .599 career mark, record that will compile an ERA of just 2.17 during his 21 years as a big leaguer, all with Washington. And on this date in 1979, Thurman Munson dies when the Cessna Citation, a jet he is learning to fly, clips a tree and crashes 1,000 feet short of the runway at Akron-Canton Regional Airport. 32-year-old New York Yankee catcher took lessons over 2 years to get home more easily on off days to be with his family in Ohio. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. So 6-1 your score. The heart of the order due up for the Tribe. Will Vest is going to come on. I'm assuming they're going to try to get 5 outs out of him. And I'll tell you what, that's a tall order when you're trying to punch your ticket to the next round. George Valero will be his first combatant. First pitch on the way, an 89 inside slider misses. It's 1-0. Valera. 1-0, 91 hit the bottom of the zone. Good pitch, changeup, 1-1. Thank you, Sleepy. Appreciate the channel support. 1-1, swing and a miss. Slider on inside the hands, underneath the hands, 1-2. One-two count. Infield back into the right, willing to give up the runs. The 1-2 just misses outside. Valera was able to hold up, evens up the count 2-2. Will Vest, 6 foot, 180 pounds, out of Houston, Texas. The 2-2, caught looking strike 3, punched out on the outer track, four-seam fastball. 2 down. Valera doesn't like it, but you cannot take a pitch that close. And it looked like the majority of the ball hit the zone. Even if you don't think it hit the zone, which looks like it did, you got to swing the bat there. So Jose Ramirez, the batter, first pitch down and in. It's 1-0. Tigers 6. Cleveland 1. Ramirez 1 for 3 today with an RBI single. In the dirt, slider down and into him. Standing on deck would be Manzardo if they kept the line moving. Estee Lauder, perfume man. Joe Ram. You're just looking for a single here to cut this lead to a 3-run lead, and it gives you a fighter's chance in the ninth. The 2-0 pitch just misses outside, 97. Ball 3, 3-0. Vest was drafted by the Tigers in 2017 out of Stephen F. Austin. The 3-0, right down the pipe, taken all the way. 3-1. Man, that was right in his wheelhouse, but Ramirez doing the smart thing. He knows the big thing he has to do is get aboard. The 3-1 pitch, swing, that ball's ripped over to first, and that ball's going to go off the glove of Vest. It's going to go towards the dugout. 1 run will score at 6-2. Here comes the throw to second base. He's safe, and it's 6-3. Holy Toledo! The Tribe. Baez thinks that he got him, so we'll see if there's a challenge. Right now, it's at least 6-2, if not 6-3. It looked like both runners crossed the plate regardless, so it's either 6-3 heading to the ninth, or 6-3 and Ramirez is in scoring position. Ball came off the railing and shot right back to Vest, and he threw an absolute pea. I don't know what happened there. Just kind of crossed him up on the toss Head first slide, good head first slide by, I mean, he looks like he's out to me, I'll be honest with you. I can't see the backhand, the right hand. If the right hand hit, oh yeah, he's out. I would think this is going to get overturned, but it is 6-3. That's the good news if you're a Cleveland fan. And he is out. But not before Cleveland makes it 6-3. We will go to the 9th inning. And the Tribe sneaks back into it.
But I'm a blue-collar queen through and through, y'all. Through and through. Serving mashed potatoes one plate at a time. Someone had to step to the front lines and do it. That was me. That was me.
Y'all, my wife asked me how I managed to stay with her for 16 years. I told her she got enough personalities to keep me occupied for another 20.
That's it. I'm elevating us to threat level yellow. It's time.
Yellow?
Yeah, it's time.
What were we before?
Orange, of course.
Orange is much more threatening than yellow.
No, that's an old system that doesn't work anymore. Clearly, yellow is more threatening than orange.
Red. Orange, red.
This is yellow.
Red.
Yes, is that more threatening?
Yellow, orange, red. It's backwards going to yellow.
Wow. Color fight.
And now suddenly with 2 out in the 10th inning, the tying runs are aboard and Ray Knight will be the batter. And that's going to be hit into center field, base hit. Here comes Carter to score, and the tying run is at third in Kevin Mitchell. And John McNamara goes to the mound. Said he wants Bob Stanley to pitch to Mookie Wilson.
And I remember I said to the people in the truck, what happens if they tie the game? And they said, you get the hell out of there as fast as you possibly can.
2 out in the 10th, 5-4 Red Sox, 2-2 to Mookie Wilson. And it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Mitchell to score the tying run. Oh, brother. So the winning run is at second base with 2 out, 3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
It was surreal. At this point, the cellophane comes off. They start backing the cameras out, and I'm watching over my shoulder as Wilson hits the ground ball through Buckner's legs. You have never seen so much equipment and so many people disappear from one place so fast. Before the Red Sox could come out of the visitors' dugout and down the tunnel and into the room, all traces of the preparation for a championship had been removed.
Welcome back. One thing about Ramirez, when he's making that charge to second base, he kept looking over his shoulder. I mean, go. If you're going to go, go. First pitch is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. It drives me crazy with these baseball players nowadays. The fundamentals. It's kind of a light jog, a rounded light jog. I think he thought that thing was heading to the dugout. But he's just kind of, he's running, but he's not going full speed, and he keeps looking over his shoulder. Is the 1-1 four-seam fastball fouled away, 1-2. They did cut the lead to 3 runs. Now they've got a puncher's chance if they can keep it right here. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Cade Smith strikes him out. 1 away. One up, one down. First pitch, four-seam fastball. Up top. Spencer Torkelson. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1 count. Pops it up. F6 in your scorecard. Can of corn. 2 down. First pitch swinging. That ball's chopped over to third. Ramirez has it. He flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. So, 3 up, 3 down, 1, 2, 3. And 2 bloops and a blast.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Am I the only person that feels like they're being held hostage driving behind a school bus? Cause like, why, bro? I'm not following you to the school. Why are you holding me hostage back here? I can't even go around you because you got that big blinky stop signs, bro. Why? And like, I get it. You got to pick up the crotch goblins, but like, after this group, can you please pull to the side of the road and let the 9,342 cars that have accumulated over the last 3 bus stops pass you? They will literally burn rubber passing you. And seriously. And I know you're thinking, what about the kids? Let them walk. You know what I mean? It'll probably do the kids some good. Though you burn off some of that excess energy and probably act right in school. Who knows? Either way, it's a win-win. You get no buses on the routes and kids act better.
If one picture is worth 1,000 words, you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more than that, you have seen an absolutely bizarre finish to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series. The Mets are not only alive, they are well, and they will play the Red Sox in Game 7 tomorrow.
2 days later, the Mets won the championship 8-5.
I wouldn't even watch the 7th game. I knew it was over, and it didn't even matter to me. Even if they'd won, somehow they had lost in '86. And my kids, however, who were then 7 and 8 years old, were big fans, and they were incomprehensible that I wasn't watching the game. So they, of course, were watching it, and I let them call into me only when the Red Sox were winning. Then, of course, by the 6th inning, when the Mets caught up, they were tied and losing, and so I didn't hear any more of it until the end. When they came in to tell me that the Red Sox had lost, I surprisingly started crying. I didn't expect to, because I thought I was preventing myself from caring about it. And these little kids said to me, "Mom, it's all right. They'll win next year." And I remember thinking, oh my God, these kids don't know yet that they haven't won since 1918, and I can't tell them that. And I had this terrible feeling of wisdom that I did not want to impart to the kids.
Well, here we go. 3-run lead for the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland, middle of the order due up.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
First pitch on the way is a fastball right down the pipe to Manzardo, who's 0 for 2 on the day. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-1. Vest misses down and away, 1-1. Of course, he'll have plenty of time to rest up after this one. But you got to figure as the 1-1 misses high, 2-1. The winner of this series is going to be wore out going into this weekend. Almost going to have to punt Game 1 unless you get a phenomenal outing by your starting pitcher. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls it away, 2-2. Take the score off at the bottom of the screen. Just wanted to let y'all know it's 2-0 in Chicago. Cubs lead the Padres in the 3rd. The payoff pitch swung on, chopped over to short. Baez, airborne, fires it over to first, and a 6-3 put out. 1 away.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
Baez had a long way to go. Nifty play over there. I think people forget how good he is with his glove. Remember when he first came up with Chicago and they were always talking about how good of a tag man he was? He was elite at tagging runners at second base. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball to the perfume man, Chase Daylauder. It's a 1. Change up outside wide, 1-1 count. Swing, chopper, Baltimore chopper over the mound. Vest has it, fires it first, and he gets him by maybe a step, 2 away.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go! Let's go, Tigers! Let's go!
2 up, 2 down.
Let's go!
Cleveland down to their last out. 2 bloops and a blast would tie this up. The man at the plate's got to reach. It's going to be Schneemann. Schneemann batting for Arias. On deck is Naylor. Kafis in the hole. First pitch on the way, 96 just off the plate. That's what matters. 1-0, swung on, foul back. Just a reminder, Red Sox Yankees tonight, 8 o'clock. We'll come on the air about 7:30. If the 3D was working for Chicago, we'd put that up, but I've got to give the vocal pipes a break here. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. We'll come on about 7:30, so we'll keep you updated on the screen when we come on what's going on that game. And then we'll go straight into Red Sox Yankees, 8:08 first pitch. The 1-2 swing, bangs it over to first. Torkelson's got it. The torque wrench taps the bag, and that's it. The Detroit Tigers have punched their ticket to the American League Division Series round. Cleveland falls short. Everyone's always going to circle back to that 7th inning where 4 runs came across on the bullpen, 2 coughed up by Sobrowski. That started the bleeding, and then Gaddis could not get it under wraps. 6-3 your score. Game ball. And you could go a number of different ways. You got the Dylan Dingler solo home run. But I'll tell you what. Give me Parker Meadows. He scored 2 runs, went 2 for 4 after being dropped down at the bottom of the order. Had a pretty good day with the glove as well. And Will Vest, tip of the cap as well. 5-out save as he celebrates. And the Tigers, they ain't dead yet. These cats have 9 lives. We'll see you tonight. Red Sox Yankees, another decisive game 3. Cannot wait. Great season for Cleveland as well. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all. And Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.